Okay, so let us study about how to configure the timer registers so that you get a proper fixed timer delay. Okay, so basically, of course, we had okay. We are going to later on we are going to write an embedded C program to turn on and turn off the LEDs with respect to some predefined delay, which you are going to give it through the timer. So of course, the timer is a hardware circuit that you have it in the LPC2148 microcontroller. Whereas in the earlier case, actually, when we had written the program, the embedded C program to turn on and turn off the LEDs, that is blinking the LEDs, the delay that was given, it was not, it was software control, so that was not an accurate thing. So now you have in this one, which is very accurate. So you have dedicated hardware for that one, and timer. Okay, timer is also a counter. It is same as that one. It's a part of the hardware circuit that you have in the LPC2148 microcontroller. So basically, we are going to study what all registers that we are going to configure so that we achieve predefined delay here. Okay, so first, actually, the most important register that you have is timer control register. So timer control register, it is basically used to control the two part actually. One is timer counter and another one is prescale counter. So here TC means timer counter, PC means prescale counter. What are these two things? We shall study later. So now one thing what you have to understand. So how do I actually? It is 2 bits are important in this timer control register. This is basically how much bit is this one? This is 8 bit. Okay, this is 8 bit register. So you can see here the value that you have to put on in order to enable the timer counter and the prescale counter is 0x 01. So if I actually write this one, then your counter is enabled, that is timer counter and prescale counter. If I write so obviously it is also said to, what you do in this case is you just actually start and stop timer. Okay, start and stop timer. So in this case, if I am going to start the timer, then the value that I have to write is 0x01. If I have to stop the timer, then the value that you have to write is 0x00. Okay, so that is the value that you have to write to stop the timer. Why do we say? Because when you write 0x00, your counter is disabled. You can see here, counter is disabled when 0. So whenever it is 1, your counter is enabled. So next part is counter reset. So if I have to reset this timer counter to the prescale counter, then the value that you have to write is 0x02. I am writing 02 because your bit 1 I have to enable it. So then your counter becomes reset. Okay, so this of course we are not going to do it in when we write the program, but the important thing is we are going to start and stop the timer, and then whenever we have to reset the timer means then you can use this bit 1. Okay, so next one you have the timer counter. So before I study the timer counter, we shall look into the prescale register and prescale counter. So what is this prescale register? See, prescale register is 32-bit prescale register. It is basically it specifies the maximum value for the prescale counter. See, what happens here is this prescale counter, 32-bit prescale counter, that value, see this gets incremented in every PCLK. In the last video we just observed actually what was the PCLK that what is PCLK? PCLK is basically the peripheral clock frequency. CCLK is processor clock frequency, PCLK is peripheral clock frequency, and the peripheral clock frequency what we achieved was 60 megahertz. So this peripheral clock frequency that we achieve is 60 megahertz, and this peripheral clock frequency, this 32 prescale counter register, the prescale counter, 32-bit prescale counter, see usually the prescale counter is reset. Okay, that value is 0 here, and this prescale counter, it will get incremented to the value whatever that you have it in the prescale register. So let me take one example. So let me take randomly, let me take this prescale register to be 60,000. So 60,000, let me take it. Okay, so if I take 60,000 and then prescale counter, this is also 32-bit prescale counter, this is also 32-bit prescale register. Prescale register, the maximum value, if it is 32-bit, the maximum value you can give is all 8 Fs. Okay, from 8 zeros to 8 Fs. So 8 digit Fs. Now here I have given 60,000. So if I give 60,000, your prescale counter starting from 00000000. So it's 32-bit. Of course, it is each digit is 4 bit. So it is from this value it increments till this value for, and if it has to change from 0 0 0 to 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1, okay, this value from 0 0 to 1, from this value to this value, it gets incremented by 1 on every PCLK, means for what is the time, 60 megahertz. So 60 megahertz means 1 by 60 megahertz. So 1 by 60 megahertz, how much you get? So that is approximately, let me calculate that one. So 1 by 60 megahertz. So let me do, so 1 by 60 megahertz. Okay. So 1 by 60 megahertz, what you guess is, this is what? So this amount of time, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So you have 0.123456 0.7017. So 0.7017, that amount of duration, that amount of timing duration for every this amount of time, for every this amount of time. So let me write that one here. I think point 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So you have 7 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 7. So this amount of time your prescale counter gets incremented by 1 bit. Okay. So maybe another, if it has to change from this value to let me say 0 0 0 0 0 2. Okay. Then again from 1 to 2, if it has to become, so let me change that one. So maybe if this has to become again 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 2. Okay. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So from this value to this value, from 1 to 2, again after this amount of duration it is going to change. So for every 0.7017 second, your the prescale counter gets incremented by 1. So this value, actually how much time it takes to reach this 60,000? So if I have to calculate that one, how much time it takes? So this I have to multiply it by 60,000. Okay. So this is 1 millisecond. Okay. So 1 millisecond it takes here. So 1 millisecond. So that is what we are achieving here. So 1 millisecond. So that's why 60,000 was taken. Of course, you can take different values also. So 1 millisecond. After 1 millisecond, your 1 millisecond, your prescale counter changes from 0 0 0 0 8 zeros to you 60,000 value. Okay. So that is what you have to understand here. So prescale register means if prescale tracer value is not considered, if it is not given, then prescale counter value will get incremented from 0 0 0 0 8 zeros to 8 Fs. Okay. So it will default get incremented till Fs and then again reset back. So that happens here. Okay. But if I have to specify some exact amount of delay, then depending on the prescale register, your prescale counter, if you specify prescale register, the prescale counter will get incremented from 8 zeros to 60,000. But in this case, actually since PCLK was 60 megahertz, what you get is 1 millisecond to reach from this count value to 60,000 count value. Okay. So 1 millisecond. So 1 millisecond, after 1 millisecond, now think what you have to understand is, then what is time counter? Okay, you have the prescale counter, then what is timer counter? This is also 32 bit. Okay, so this is also 32 bit here, but here 32 bit this timer counter will get incremented by 1. Okay, if you let me write it here. So this value, if I write 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Okay. So this will get incremented from 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 1. Okay. So this will get incremented, just understand the difference here. Timer counter will get incremented from 0 to 1. Okay. Whenever actually prescale counter reaches its terminal count. Okay. So prescale counter, when it reaches terminal count, after 1 millisecond. So after 1 millisecond, your prescale counter reaches sorry, after 1 millisecond your prescale counter reaches from 00 to 60,000. After 1 millisecond your timer counter gets incremented by 1. Okay, so your timer counter gets incremented by 1 after prescale counter reaches the terminal count. And who is going to specify the terminal count? So who is going to decide the terminal count? Your prescale register is going to decide the terminal count. So for in this case actually we have taken prescale register to be 60,000. So your prescale counter, of course you don't have to use the, of course it's a register only, but prescale counter is the better word to use here. Prescale, in order to get confused between prescale register and the prescale counter register. Okay, so you can just call prescale counter. Prescale counter takes 1 millisecond to move from 8 zeros to 60,000. So when it takes 1 millisecond, after it reaches this terminal count, your timer counter will get incremented by 1. Okay, so then after again 1 millisecond, this, because after 1 millisecond this prescale counter becomes reset. So again after 1 millisecond, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it becomes 2 here. Okay, so this again you takes another 1 millisecond to get incremented by 1. So it goes on like this way. Whatever the timer counter, maximum value you can actually give is FFFF. So later on if you don't give, it transfers back to the value this one. Okay, so the timer counter we can specify. Let me say actually if I give, let me take one example. If I give some FF here, so FF is basically 255, isn't it? So 255 if I give, that is what we can have maximum value, isn't it? Because what is what is FF here? It is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. So whenever I have like this way, then 8 1, so you have 255. So 255, that is the maximum duration. So let me actually increment 0 to 255. So if I have to have a 0 to 255, then how much do you have here? So basically for this value only, this I have to multiply it by 255. So when I multiply by this 255, what do you get here? 0.255. So 0.255 what you get here, that is the 0.255. So if I give the delay 0.255, then you have this 0.255 as the delay that can be given, that I can give it. Okay, so basically this timer control register just starts the timer and stops the timer. Apart from that, it doesn't do anything. Okay, of course there are other reset and all those things, but for our case actually we shall use this one only. Now here what you have here is this prescale counter. This prescale counter actually gets incremented to the value that you give it in the prescale register. So in this case I have taken the value prescale register to be 60,000, and the prescale counter actually starts from 0, PCLK 60 megahertz. So if you just 1 by 60 megahertz multiplied by 60,000, that you get to be as 1 millisecond. Okay, means this prescale counter gets incremented by 1 for every this amount of duration. This amount of duration your prescale counter gets incremented by 1. Prescale counter gets incremented from this value to this value. This is a terminal count it reaches, that it takes 1 millisecond. Then after prescale counter reaches this terminal count and resets, okay, after it reaches terminal count in the next PCLK cycle, this prescale counter is going to become 0 0 0. It has to become, okay. So it is going to reset again. It starts from 0 0 0, again it gets incremented to 60,000. So this prescale counter, what it reaches from 0 0 to 60,000, 1 millisecond it takes. 1 millisecond when it takes here, after 1 millisecond your timer counter actually gets incremented by 1. Okay, prescale counter gets incremented by 1 for every 1 PCLK, that is one cycle, that is this is the amount of time that you have it here, whereas timer counter gets incremented by 1 for every prescale counter reaching the terminal value. So that actually this 1 millisecond then multiplied by 255 means if I give a timer counter, if I put timer counter to be FF, I can put the timer counter, maybe we shall see that one in the program, like some TC value like TOTC, like TOTC, if I give 0x TOTC is equal to 0x0 FF. If I give like this, sorry, this is 32 bit, isn't it? So let me write it neatly. Somewhere here, let me write it. So TOTC is equal to 0x000000 FF. If I give like this, because it's 32 bit value, so this, if I give it like this way, this is the FF that is taken, and for that one you get what is the amount of duration, time duration, delay duration that you get here, 0.255 seconds. Okay, so this is how we can achieve the exact amount of delay here. For every this seconds, we can actually turn on and turn off the LEDs. That is what we are going to write it in the of course we are going to write the embedded C programs where the LEDs turn on and turn off for every 0.255 seconds. Okay, thank you.